Let me tell you something most people will never hear. When the next collapse begins, stores won't just run out of supplies, they'll hide the good stuff. Not on purpose, not with malice, but out of panic, liability, and control. You'll walk in thinking you're early only to realize the shelves are staged, the real gear stashed in the back or snapped up by insiders. These 9 emergency items, they don't even make it to the front aisle. We've seen it happen, shelves wiped out, store managers checking the back while walking in circles, and customers clueless that the real emergency stock never even made it to the floor. It's not a conspiracy. It's retail survival. Because when things start breaking down, inventory becomes leverage, and the stuff that actually matters gets hidden, rationed, or quietly redirected to VIPs, insiders, or security teams. But not you. Not this time. You're about to see 9 items that stores will never warn you about, but if you know what they are, you'll grab them before the chaos. Hit subscribe now before the smart ones clean house. Number 1. Aluminum foil, heavy-duty rolls. Sounds basic, right? Just aluminum foil. But ask any seasoned prepper, and they'll tell you this stuff disappears faster than canned food the moment a real shutdown starts. And the crazy part? Most people walk right past it, thinking it's only for baking or wrapping leftovers. Big mistake. Aluminum foil is one of the most versatile survival tools you can get your hands on. It's fireproof, waterproof, reflective, moldable, and lightweight. And during a collapse, every one of those traits becomes gold. Let's break it down. You can cook food in foil over an open flame. You can wrap hot coals in it and bury them to create a DIY heater. You can shape it into a windbreak for your camp stove, or line the inside of a cardboard box to make a solar oven. And that's just the cooking side of things. Need to insulate a shelter or body heat? Foil reflects body warmth back toward you. Need to signal for help? A clean foil sheet flashes brighter than a mirror. Want to block tracking or protect sensitive gear? Foil can act as a simple Faraday barrier in emergencies. Wrap your phone, radio, or backup drives and reduce electromagnetic exposure. And in barter situations, foil becomes currency. People will trade hard for something that can cook, heat, reflect, and protect. So why do stores hide or run out of it fast? Because it's bulky, takes up shelf space, and the moment people realize how useful it is, it's gone. Even grocery chains limit how many rolls you can buy when panic sets in. Pro tip: go for heavy-duty, wide rolls, not the thin stuff. And don't get those tiny kitchen-use-only brands. You want the kind that can line a fire pit or shield a window. This isn't just food wrap. This is survival-grade material. And once the shelves start going empty, trust me, aluminum foil will be one of the first silent casualties. Number 2. Dishwashing gloves. Rubber, long, cuff. Here's something you probably haven't thought about, but when the next shutdown hits, you'll wish you had. A simple pair of dishwashing gloves. Not the cheap, thin kind they tear in seconds. I'm talking heavy-duty, long-cuff rubber gloves built to handle real messes, real grime, and real risk. Why do they matter? Because when water gets scarce, plumbing goes down, and sanitation systems stop working, you'll be doing everything with your hands. Cooking, cleaning, taking out waste, maybe even caring for someone who's sick. And that's when infections start. One scratch, one cut, one exposure, and suddenly you're dealing with a wound that can't heal, or worse, turns deadly. These gloves create a barrier between you and biohazards. Dirty dishes, bleach, trash, even human waste, none of it should touch your skin. During COVID lockdowns and storm outages, gloves were among the first items people snatched off shelves. Stores couldn't restock fast enough because sanitation became survival, and that's just the basic use. In a pinch, they can also be used when handling fuel, treating minor injuries, or insulating your hands in cold, wet conditions. You can even fill them with hot water and use them as makeshift warmers. Real talk, they're more versatile than they look. So why do stores hide or run out of them? Because they're not just used in kitchens. Hospitals, cleaning crews, and frontline workers grab them in bulk whenever there's a crisis. And retailers? They quietly move the stock to essential services while everyday customers are left with nothing. Pro tip: buy 2 or 3 pairs, minimum. Keep one in your bug-out bag, one in the kitchen, and one near your sanitation gear. Go for brands that offer textured grips and thick cuffs that reach the forearm. In the chaos of a collapse, you won't have backup. You'll be your own cook, cleaner, medic, and caretaker. These gloves might seem small now, but they could be the thing that keeps you from getting sick, hurt, or worse. And trust me, they won't stay on the shelf for long. Number 3. Rechargeable hand warmers. When the power goes out, so does the heat. And while most people are rushing for blankets or candles, the smart ones grab something small, silent, and deadly effective: rechargeable hand warmers. These little devices might not look like much, but in a grid-down winter, they're pure gold. Let's break it down. In cold weather, your body burns more energy just to stay warm. That means you fatigue faster, sleep less, and make worse decisions. Your fingers go numb, your gear slips, and your grip weakens. Now imagine trying to cook, tie rope, or bandage a wound with frozen hands. Not happening. That's where rechargeable hand warmers come in. Pocket-sized, USB-powered, and reusable, they deliver steady heat for 6 to 12 hours, no fire, no fuel, no fumes. You can slip them in your gloves, tuck them in your sleeping bag, or use them to warm batteries and electronics that don't work well in freezing temps. And here's the kicker: they double as power banks. Many models can charge your phone, radio, or flashlight in a pinch. So, you're not just warming your hands, you're adding redundancy to your power system. So why do stores hide or run out of them fast? Simple. They're seasonal, low stock, and in high demand once winter kicks in or blackouts hit. Retailers only order a few units per store, and once those are gone, restocks can take weeks if they happen at all. Pro tip: buy 2. Use one while charging the other. Look for models with adjustable heat levels, safety auto shutoff, and lithium-ion batteries, not cheap knockoffs. You don't realize how brutal cold can be until you're trying to sleep through it without power. These warmers aren't just for comfort, they're for function, mobility, and survival. Because in a true collapse, staying warm isn't about luxury, it's about staying alive. And the moment temperatures drop, you won't find a single one of these left in stores. Number 4. Cheap reading glasses. Here's something no one tells you, but everyone over 40 figures out the hard way. When the lights go out and the pressure's on, your eyes can betray you. Reading glasses aren't just for bedtime novels, they're a survival essential. And once the system crashes, good luck finding them. Think about what survival really looks like. You're reading medicine labels, fixing gear, threading needles, cooking over fire, maybe even field dressing a wound. But if your vision is even slightly offended, your only pair of glasses breaks or gets lost, you're done. That's where cheap reading glasses come in. No prescription needed, no eye test required. Just grab a few in the plus 1.5 to plus 3.0 range. They're light, compact, and ridiculously easy to stash in bags, glove compartments, or first aid kits. And in a long-term blackout, being able to see clearly becomes a massive advantage. So why do these disappear from shelves? Because they're cheap, easy to hoard, and usually understocked. During crises, people realize fast how much they depend on reading strength. Add in shipping delays, manufacturing halts, and zero access to optometrist sans stores, either run out or quietly move them behind the pharmacy counter. Here's the kicker: these glasses also make excellent barter items. People who never thought they'd need them will trade high for a pair, when they realize their survival depends on detailed work they literally can't see. Pro tip: test a few strengths before things go south. Once you find your sweet spot, buy 3 to 5 pairs and scatter them across your gear. In survival, vision equals function. Whether you're navigating a map, checking a water filter, or making a precision cut, you need your eyes on point. One tiny crack in your lens can mean a massive failure in the field. Don't leave it to chance. Because when the collapse hits and your vision starts to blur, those little $5 reading glasses will be worth more than gold. Number 5. Insect repellent spray. In a real collapse, it won't be bullets or starvation that break you first. It'll be mosquitoes, ticks, and flies. Sounds small? Think again. In a survival situation, even one infected bug bite can lead to fever, infection, or worse. That's why smart preppers always pack one thing. Casual buyers ignore insect repellent spray. The kind you need isn't some lavender-scented camping gimmick. You want heavy-duty, Delaware ET-based or picaridin spray that keeps insects off for hours. Because when sanitation drops, trash piles up, water goes stagnant, and animals get closer to your space, insects swarm like never before. And with them comes disease: West Nile, Lyme, dengue, and more. Picture this. You're trying to sleep outdoors, no power, no AC, no sealed windows. Mosquitoes buzz all night, You wake up with 15 bites, and suddenly you've got a rash, fever, or infected scratch. That's not discomfort, it's a survival threat. And it's not just about bites. Flies spread germs, ticks latch on, roaches contaminate your supplies. A good repellent gives you a bubble of safety, especially when showers are rare and hygiene is slipping. So why do stores run out or hide this stuff? Every summer blackout, storm, or heat wave triggers a bug crisis. Repellent gets bought out in hours. And during COVID, even non-survivalists hoarded it as outdoor living surged. Retailers limit quantities or move it to seasonal stock rooms, leaving the aisles empty just when you need it most. Pro tip: buy the spray, not the lotion. Spray covers more area, stores longer, and works on gear, clothing, and tents. Also, stash mini bottles in bags and glove boxes. They weigh nothing, but deliver big protection. Insect bites seem minor until you can't sleep, can't heal, or can't move without scratching. And in a shutdown, the last thing you want is an infection you can't treat. You can't bug-proof the world, but with one small spray can, you can create a force field against the worst of it. And when stores run dry and swarms hit hard, you'll be the only one sleeping through the night without a scratch. Number 6. Small manual coffee grinder. Now this one might catch you off guard, but trust me, it's more important than you think. When a shutdown hits and supply chains collapse, people panic over food and water. But you know what else disappears almost instantly? Coffee. And for millions of people, that means headaches, fatigue, and short tempers right when you need mental clarity the most. Sure, stocking ground coffee sounds smart, until it goes stale. Coffee beans stay fresh far longer, but they're useless without one tool, a manual coffee grinder. We're not talking about the electric kind. Once the power's out, those fancy machines turn into expensive paperweights. You need a compact hand-crank grinder that works anywhere, anytime with zero electricity. Whether you're sheltering in place or bugging out, it gives you access to strong, fresh coffee that keeps your head sharp when everything else feels dull. But here's the part most people miss: coffee is more than just caffeine. It's morale, it's routine. It's a sense of normal in a world that's falling apart. One cup in the morning can reset your brain, reduce stress, and bring a moment of calm before you face chaos. And let's be real, coffee is tradable. In long-term crisis scenarios, caffeine becomes a form of currency. People will barter high for beans, but only those who can grind them will have real leverage. So why do these manual grinders disappear from stores? Because they're niche. Most people don't use them day to day. Retailers don't stock many. And once panic buyers and serious preppers sweep through, they're gone. Restocks can take months, especially if shipping lanes are jammed. Pro tip: get a stainless steel model with adjustable grind settings and a non-slip grip. Practice using it now so you're not fumbling during the real thing. And don't forget to store your beans in airtight containers away from light and moisture. You might laugh now, but when everyone else is battling caffeine withdrawal, you'll be alert, calm, and in control. And in survival, that edge is everything. Because the world runs on coffee, especially when it's falling apart. Number 7. Travel-size mouthwash. Most people don't even blink when they pass by a travel-size mouthwash bottle in a store. But in a shutdown, that tiny bottle becomes liquid gold. Here's why. When clean water is limited, brushing your teeth isn't as easy as it sounds. Flossing? Forget it. Dental visits? Not happening. But bacteria in your mouth doesn't care about your excuse. It keeps growing, and fast. And when infection sets in, even a small cavity can turn into a survival emergency. That's where travel-size mouthwash steps in. It's compact, lightweight, and does more than just freshen your breath. It kills germs, disinfects wounds, cleans cuts, and can even sanitize tools in a pinch. And because it's in small bottles, it's easy to carry in go bags, vehicles, or EDC kits without adding weight. Now let's be real, bad breath isn't your biggest concern during a collapse, but infection is. Gum disease, oral wounds, and poor hygiene can spiral quickly when you're stressed, dehydrated, and eating off-grid food. Mouthwash helps keep bacteria in check, which means fewer medical issues when no help is coming. So why does it disappear or get hidden? Simple. It's small, useful, and not restocked often. During COVID and winter storm lockdowns, travel-size hygiene items were among the first things gone. Stores move them to high-margin gift sections or pull them entirely during emergency runs. Pro tip: choose alcohol-based mouthwash for max effectiveness. Non-alcohol versions don't disinfect as well. Buy 4 or 5 small bottles and stash them everywhere: your pack, glove box, nightstand, first aid kit. Another benefit? It's a barter item. People don't think to grab it, but when they need it, they really need it. You'll be surprised what folks will trade just to feel clean and safe again. In survival, it's not just about food and fire, it's about long-term health. And if your mouth goes bad, your entire body suffers. That tiny bottle of mouthwash? It's not just hygiene. It's low-key medicine, and once the shelves are bare, it'll be gone without a trace. Number 8, baby wipes, unscented, alcohol-free. When the world shuts down, water becomes a luxury, and staying clean gets hard fast. That's when something as basic as baby wipes turns into a survival essential. Not fancy soaps, not luxury skincare. Just plain, unscented, alcohol-free wipes. These things aren't just for babies. They're for anyone who needs to clean up when there's no running water, no showers, and no plumbing. Whether you're wiping your face, hands, underarms, or something way less pleasant, baby wipes do the job quietly, efficiently, and without wasting a drop of your limited water supply. Think about it. Going days or weeks without a real bath builds up grime, bacteria, and odor. That's not just uncomfortable, it leads to skin infections, rashes, and even illness. One quick wipe down a day can literally keep you healthy when everything else falls apart. And they're versatile. You can use them to clean wounds, wipe down tools, refresh your feet during long treks, or even as backup toilet paper when supplies run low. So why do stores hide or run out of them so fast? Because when panic hits, everyone grabs toilet paper, but experienced folks know baby wipes do more. They vanish faster than TP and don't come back quickly, especially during natural disasters, pandemics, or war scares. Retailers often limit how many you can buy once demand spikes. Pro tip: choose unscented, alcohol-free wipes. They're better for your skin, safer for wounds, and last longer. Keep sealed packs in every go bag, vehicle, or bug in supply kit. They might not seem important now, but when you're sticky, sweaty, and surrounded by chaos, nothing beats the feeling of clean skin. It's the kind of comfort that keeps your morale up and infection down, and once shelves clear, you'll wish you had a few tucked away. Now you've seen it for yourself. These aren't luxury items, they're lifelines. And while most people will wait for headlines to tell them it's time to prep, the real edge belongs to the ones who already have these tools before the shelves go empty. Because the truth is, stores won't tell you what's disappearing. They won't warn you. They'll just quietly run out, lock things in the back, or reserve stock for insiders. And when panic sets in, you'll hear the same line every time. Sorry, we're out. But not you. You're already 3 steps ahead. You know what to grab, why it matters, and exactly when it's gone. So here's what you do next. Smash that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, and stick with the one channel that gives you the gear list before the crisis, not after. Because when the lights go out, it's not about panic, it's about preparation, and we're just getting started.